Hello and welcome. Welcome to Drakenmemoria. Yay! For those of you wondering what this is, well, it's Dungeons and Dragons, or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. So if this is not something you want to watch, well, too bad. We started. We're not gonna stop. And this is just how it's going to be. Sorry, it's your life from now on. Being forced to watch Dungeons and Dragons. There's a worse fate, you know.
Mm-hmm. And if you are being forced and you have access to Twitch, you should contact the authorities.
Yes, that's also a good idea.
Like,
or
you know
don't.
What? Go ahead and
We
put
like
that
the
in
view.
the chat with your address and
Phone number.
name.
And your social security number
Yes,
so we
yes,
can
yes.
find you easier.
Yes, definitely. And, just in case we have to charge you for calling someone a credit card. That always helps.
For the phone bill.
Card.
And while we're at it, go ahead and give us the name of the NSA agent that's been tracking you. I'm sure he misses you.
So, just to be clear, don't do any of that. Alright, so for those of you who actually want to be here watching all of this mess turn into a Dungeon and Dragon game, and don't worry, audience is going to be there. He said he would be something like 15 minutes late, 15 to 20 minutes late. Well, he said half an hour, but it was 10 minutes before we started, so 20 minutes late. So if you want to watch this become a D&D game, it's a pleasure to have you with us. You're very welcome. It's an honor. I want to cry, but I can't because I don't really cry a whole lot. I'm not that emotional. Well, at least I don't express my emotion all that much. That would be more accurate. Yeah. So if you want to watch Dungeons & Dragons, it's a pleasure to have you with us. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Like Val and V, who is not new.
Welcome back.
We like to welcome her back. And that's about it. I don't think we have a whole lot else to say. And no one's eating, so I guess no one's going to sponsor us
I've been
against their
eating.
will. Oh, good. So who's sponsoring us?
Sponsored by pizza.
Nice, nice.
And
good sponsor.
tap water.
Oh, tap water. Yes,
Tap
yes.
water.
No, it's one of those big business around the world.
Never get enough iron.
No. Iron in the water? Well, it's
Yeah.
better than lead. Yeah.
I drink it for the fluorine.
It keeps my teeth healthy.
And glowing. Alright, so publicity-wise, so no one wants to sue us. The thunderstorm you're hearing in the background, ambient mixer, yay! It's mostly royalty-free, so long as you're using this as a ambiance for whatever you're doing. You're not trying to resell them. But for some elements, especially when it's music, probably not if it's just for a thunderstorm like this, but if it's for music, just make sure that you read carefully what's under it. Just to make sure. But I haven't had real problems so far. And for world map, it's Wonderdraft, and for battle map, it's Dungeon Alchemist. And that's about it. That's all the publicity we have for tonight. Let's cut the thunderstorm. Let's put at least a photo for audience while he gets here. Here we go. Alright, so let's jump in. What's been happening? Well, last episode, in short, was mostly just a huge long fight. But if you want to have a little more dramatic reading of this, the party defended the train against an unknown invader. Their goal seemed to derail the train as it was reaching land, so it would crash on the reef, but a few hundred feet away from the shoreline cliffs. Their guide, Siv, took care of the craft trying to derail the train from above, while their friend, Sachet, took care of the invaders from within the train. This left those on top of the train. The fight was long and arduous, but in the end, as you can see, well, it's not too obvious because the audience is not there. In the end,
died.
That's what happened. He just fell and went splat on the reef, and that's it. That's why he's not there.
Remy was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then he realized there was a prisoner, and he might be grateful, and who knows, he might be hot. So, our heroes prevailed. Before the train reached its destination, however, the group saw it fit not to linger on board and found a way to jump off safely. Mostly. And that's about roughly where we left off. You all landed, you all looked around, Fisher just collapsed on the fresh snow, still smoldering from the fight before, and not sure if it was Remy or Sachet, but someone started to cast protection around and started to cast the tiny hut for additional protection. Tobiashi, just to add to all of the trauma Tobiashi went through in his life, you fell during the fight, then you fell off the train, and then when you woke up, you were on fire, and then you tried to put yourself out, didn't succeed, so you fell unconscious again, but when you woke up again, you were still dangling off the train.
That's great. That's good to know. You were a bit of a flaming, I don't know, pinata for a bit, but you're not dead, so
Yeah.
thank
I looked at
George
my
for
hit
that.
points as soon as I got on D&D Beyond, and I was like, oh, nice.
Well, yeah, you missed the 2 times that you started rolling for death saves, so...
Okay.
The hit points are Jorg making sure you didn't have to roll a 3rd time for death save.
That's good.
You went as high as 1 fail, 1 save, so...
All right. That's good to me. 50-50 chance on the last one.
Alright, so... With this, Tobiashi still resummoning cloth to replace that which was burned off, because he was mostly naked. As the dome is being summoned, you have 10 minutes. There is a prisoner among you. This person is just standing with apparently a bag over his head, and a black bag over his head, and his hands tied behind his back by some sort of metal shackle. And he's just standing there. He's not moving. He's not... You see he's alive. He's breathing, but you can't see his face because it's under this black bag. He seems to be oblivious to a variety of stimulus. So, with the exception of touch, you do notice that he's probably a little nervous because he doesn't know what is touching him when he's being touched. Don't take this the wrong way. Yeah. So, you have Fisher, who is drawing Snow Angel. Who's putting up the dome? Sachet or Remy?
Honestly, for a certain amount of efficiency's sake, I think Remy will put up the dome.
Okay.
But he will actually, though, look to Sachet, point to his eyes, and then point at the cuffs on the prisoner.
Right. Okay, yes, of course. She takes a moment. She looks at the prisoner. She looks at the cuff.
Maybe we should. I mean, because we don't know anything about this person yet, right? So maybe we should like set the dome up first,
And then
and then, but like with him outside it, and then, uh, just in case, because then we can just if they turn out to be hostile, you can just like hop in the dome and be safe.
Well, that may be an interesting point, but it's really up to you. I don't know.
wait, so am I like in silk underwear?
Well, as you're regenerating your silk, probably.
Alright. Damn.
You were burning for
At some
3
point,
rounds.
at some point,
At
you
least my
like
cloak
bend
didn't
down
burn,
and you
right?
hear
It's
like
magic,
a
right?
whistling sound.
Wow. No, I'm in my cloak underwear in my cloak, right? Because I don't think my cloak can burn. Hopefully, because magic, maybe.
No, if it's
Oh.
magic, it'll resist
Okay.
pretty well.
Wait, so we're gonna set him free, or what are we? Are we
well,
identifying the shackles?
probably.
What?
So if audience was there, he'd probably volunteer to at least sense if he's evil or not. So
Okay.
we'll tell audience that he did a detect.
Can you ritual that?
Well, it's an ability. He can use it twice in a day.
Oh, cool.
In a long rest or short rest. Anyway, so takes a moment, looks at the prisoner. He doesn't sense anything evil from this prisoner. That doesn't give you any intentions, but at least he's not fundamentally evil. And he's not an undead, he's not a fiend, he's not a celestial being. And he's not an elemental being, I believe, also. So I would imagine he would share this information with all of you. Are we doing this? Is this enough confirmation, or we need more?
I don't know. It's up to what.
I mean, if we watch him, I'd say we could take him in the hut.
Well, the whole point would be he would be outside of the hut.
Is someone
Yeah.
staying out with him?
I am.
Guys.
If he sneezes on me, I'm gonna die. That's where
I mean,
I'm at right now.
At least
So,
not.
Well, guys, most notably, you do have 11 minutes to have a conversation with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Raimi's
What-
concentrating, and
what's he gonna
hopefully
do while
Sachet is
we're
doing what I asked. But
In the hut.
what? Okay.
All right, so
What? So
well, there's definitely something magical with the cuffs. I'm seeing a whole lot of strange influences on it. Conjuring, enchantment, transmutation. It's maintaining something powerful. I'm not sure if it's a trap or not. Does anyone have something that can dispel magic at least?
I was just thinking that. Not me. That's not my forte.
nope, not.
Mm,
It's kind of cold out here.
I can detect magic.
you hear another
Freaking-
cat call whistle.
I don't have any other clothes. I have my fancy clothes I could put on.
why do you need clothes when you have that cool ring?
That he
Yeah,
didn't
that's
attune to.
I can
Yeah,
dispel
I-
magic, but I can't cast it until I rest.
Okay.
Oh shoot! Is my smoke dispenser still on the tray?
Don't worry. We thought about it. No,
Okay. Alright. That's what I was thinking about.
since you weren't there, we at least had the decency of getting your stuff.
I guess I'm gonna attune to the ring so I don't freeze to death.
Yes, because there's no way you will freeze to death in an hour.
Oh, you're not attuned to the ring.
No,
No wonder you're cold out here.
I'm literally in silk underwear and a cape.
I'll give you my my cloak because I don't need it because I am attuned to the ring.
All right. I'll put on
at
his
least
cloak.
You have something to stay warm. All right. Well, I guess if we can't dispel the cuffs, we need someone to either break or pick the lock. A lock that is probably magical.
The camera pans over to Remy. No, I'm saying, as he's ritually casting.
He's there doing the ritual.
After it's done, of course. After.
Why don't we? Is the lock preventing us from? So this guy's got a hood on, and then
A beat set.
he's cuffed.
Well, that's the thing. There's so much magic in it, and also, and she moves her hand toward his head, and you see the hand go straight through his head and onto the other side.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, it's his head is somewhere else, and I believe the cuff is literally cutting out all of its senses.
That's
yeah.
insane.
So his head is probably somewhere in another dimension, and that black hood is just an illusion.
So
Wait, okay. Before we even tried to let him go or anything, or free him from the cuff, or tried to talk to him, what is our plan with this guy? Or what are we gonna do with him afterward?
Well,
I think that entirely depends on what happens when we talk to him.
he seemed to be a valuable prisoner of some sort. The question is what kind of prisoner he was.
Well, if they were after him, probably part of their team or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Civ
Part of
answers, that's an awful bold statement from you. Who said they were trying to free him? They might have been trying to kill him. They might have been trying to capture him.
but an enemy of our enemy.
The question is, he's the enemy of which enemy?
I mean, the wizard can't be a fan of him.
Yeah.
Probably. Unless they were gonna make him a hostage for something, but or use him, but they have him pretty locked up for that.
Well, if the wizard was meaning to get him alive, it means he has arcane value, so he might be a spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that,
That also makes sense why his head's...
any organization who would be against the wizard might feel he is a valued target to capture. Or he was part of their group and the wizard captured him. So the question is, he is the enemy of which of our enemy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can't figure that out until we can see him. And we can't talk to him until either tomorrow or when Remy finishes up with that dome.
Although Raimi, like when he when he hears the part about the, like basically hearing the confirmation that the cuffs are magical, sighs, closes the book. Like looks to Sachet and like holds up two
Which
fingers,
spots?
like doing like the swapping motion.
Right. All right.
Every time.
Come on, Cuddles. And she starts dragging Cuddles, and you notice that he's just oozing blood. Yes.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you missed that. Yeah, when everyone got inside of the wagon where Sachet and Cuddles was, there was blood everywhere. There was a thick smell of blood on the floor, on the walls, and you're not sure how, but on the ceiling as well. Many people had died, along with many Mill-E's that had been just picked apart. And Cuddles is soaked in blood, and in his case, quite literally, because he's made of cloth. So as she's dragging him away, you just see this trail of blood following her, stretching from Cuddles. I think Cuddles needs a bath. Unless
we should tie him up. Got rope still.
Who?
The prisoner, not Cuddles. Don't tie up Cuddles. We should tie up the prisoner before we pick his locks. No? Yes? We don't know if he's dangerous still, and we're all kind of beat up.
I'd
Yeah.
kind of like to, but I mean, I also would understand the how that could make, potentially set us off on the wrong foot.
All right.
But I don't know.
We did just stop the group trying to maybe rescue him, so we might already be off on the wrong foot.
Well, he doesn't know that.
Yeah, it's like
that's a good
Rainy
point.
like makes like the shh sound.
All right. Okay. Do what you're going to do.
All right.
But in which case, audience, not audience. I'm audience now. Audience is me. Raimi is going to take the body of the man, and he's actually going to like drag him, about 30 feet away from everybody else. And then he's going to like prop him up a bit so he can like get a good visual, and then he's going to take several steps back.
All right.
And then he will proceed to remote pick the locks on their cuffs,
Okay.
if it's even possible.
So, you go just like this, and you see those magical hands doing the same thing, taking the lockpick, and make your roll.
Yeah, it's just like it's like this, just like when he hears magical locks, just like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be near it, and maybe nobody else should be near it either. Oh gods.
How much you want to
Jordan
bet
has
it blows
seen
his hands
Full
off?
Metal Jacket.
Only ever one man rent downrange.
Not a bad roll. 25.
Okay. I just want to imagine the same thing happening the first time I played StarCraft 1 when I was walking with a single Marine. I'd never heard a tank in siege mode firing, so I just go hearing and you just see the helm of the Marine going and the splash of blood. So yeah, So why am I talking about this? Well, that's not what happens. It's
Does his head stay in the other dimension?
so
He's just still alive.
Remy, you're feeling this as best you can, and you're just weaving your tools in there. It's complex lock, and you feel the magic in it, and you feel like this magic has a little bit of reach. How far away from it are you?
I moved the same 30 feet because that is the extent of Mage Hand.
Okay. So you're feeling it, how it goes. You're hearing, using all of your perception to be able to hear every single click and clack inside of there. Then eventually you hear this and
Oh, okay. Immediately, like hoping that the thing has unlocked and like off of the hands, like immediately like moving the cuffs themselves away from the prisoner, if possible.
All right. Since this is reflex, let's go with dexterity saving throw. Just had to. Oh shit! Yeah.
I won't say no. The dex save.
Accidentally throws it towards us.
Well, that's what happens if you roll a 1.
Here, catch.
Only a 17 though.
17. All right. So the moment you hear this reaction, you oh shit, and you try and throw it as far as you can. You don't manage to throw it all that far. However, you have a moment where you see this black energy coming out of it, and it starts expanding as the cuff just leaves. You see this in slow motion. You see the cuff falling, your mage hand pushing it, and it goes away 1, 2 feet, 3 feet, 5 feet away from the person, and you see this black, you're not sure what, expanding at nearly at the same rate as you're throwing it away. And just when it reaches about 5 or 7 feet away, you see it reach 5 feet and then collapse on itself, and nothing falls to the ground. Even your tools are gone.
Ooh.
I mean, every thief's tool set comes with spares, but Ramey's going to be really annoyed that he has to replace those. But also, guys, there was like a sphere of annihilation in there. I mean, I don't know that in game, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
And you have this moment of and you look at this prisoner, but the moment your eyes turn toward it, you notice that his entire form seems to be rippling, changing shape. What looked like a human suddenly starts growing taller. You see fur appearing on it, silvery with little black bits everywhere. It grows really tall. His face changes to go to something near to a dragonborn. And as the change occurs, Tobiyashi, you're probably the first one to recognize that form. This is an Nathan. The magic of the cuff transmuted him into a human, and he's reverting back to his normal shape. So now you have this tall being, that looks like a cross between a dragonborn and a moth, looking in your direction, going, fresh air.
Guys, what do we do? Do we go over there? Jordan, come with me.
Also, just for clarity, is there just like a total like that area where the cuffs, I'm gonna say, disappeared? Is there just like a whole like chunk of earth and or snow just like gone?
Because 5 feet is enough to capture part of the ground. Yeah, no, there's a probably 2 or 3 feet wide crater of snow missing and probably maybe 1 or 2 feet of dirt also. It literally just expanded and
Yep. Okay. Just like.
ate everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Just I just needed that part of the visual.
welcome back.
Worth it.
You're welcome, by the way. Who are you, and why is the wizard not like you?
A lot of very interesting questions. Why exactly are you owed these answers? For all I know, you're the one
You'd be
who...
dead.
For all I know, you're the one who has been capturing me.
I mean-
Interesting conclusion to come to.
Nothing here suggests that you're my savior. You might only be those... He looks at all of you for a moment. Mercenaries. Getting me to someone I do not want to go to.
Someone else talk to him. I'm gonna
Well, if you
call him an idiot.
so there's the crater over there where your cuffs, and then if you could look, is the train rail thing right there that we jumped off of? Right where the train was at, the tracks basically. I'm asking the DM.
No. Well, you did walk a little bit just to not be too close by, but you could point in the right direction, and since it's slightly elevated, you don't know how good his perception is, but he might be able to see it from where you are.
I'll be like, we jumped off the train with you. I don't think someone that looks like me in my situation. I'm like all burnt and everything still. We kind of got over there in a pinch, and I have no clothes, and I'll show my naked body
Also,
with my silk underwear.
why would we be taking your restraints off if we wanted to bring you to someone?
I don't know. Maybe they're close by. Maybe you have another
we'd
way
let
of
them do
restraining
that.
me.
These seem like pretty good restraints. I don't know if there's a better way to restrain you.
You see that like hole in the ground over there?
Yes.
That would have.
Undoubtedly designed to absorb most of my being inside of it. Should someone try to remove these cuffs. But that was the wizards.
Yes, so you were captured by the wizard and we released you. You're welcome. You want to answer our questions now?
We're not part of any or allegiance. We were just trying to help.
Yeah, there's part of me that does wish that Fisher was a bard. I can see what's happening here.
Audience is here at the perfect time.
He is?
Actually, Raimi is just going to point at audience.
Audience!
Yeah, we just point. The camera pans over to audience, like you just slap back on.
Yeah, give us
What's
input in
happening?
a situation.
I was spaced out. What's going on?
We just freed the guy from his handcuffs.
Alright,
And
so...
they
It's
blew
being
up.
annoying.
Tried to blow him
So
up.
what happened was
Mothman.
Remy uncuffed the prisoner, and the cuffs were heavily enchanted. The moment he broke the lock, the cuff tried to literally eat everything within the 5 feet radius, but Remy managed to push it away fast enough. But the moment the cuffs were off, there was apparently a transmutation spell on the prisoner, and he transformed into a Nathan. Now, everyone is trying to convince them that they're not part of a rebel group trying to capture him before he reaches the wizard, and he's trying to hear something he likes and trying to assess if you are rebels trying to capture him again.
Yeah, a Mothman. And
Nathan, it's the same race as the Soul.
So why are you pointing at me?
Because you just
Oh,
arrived
and, like,
and
the reason why Ravi's pointing at you is because there is now a sun behind you.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to convince the guy that we're not part of any allegiance, and we're trying to help him, and we're trying to ask him questions, but he's not giving us answers.
Okay.
Everybody wants you to take over before I get mad.
Yeah, he's on
Ravi's
one.
doing it for a different reason, but
Got it.
maybe the DM recognizes
it.
that reason. But
We'll put him
Alright.
into the hut if he helps us.
Okay, audience clicks in. We're here.
Alright.
I see my fellow companions have gotten your cuffs off. Excellent.
just spaced out for the last several minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just,
literally
like, looking
wasn't here.
Yeah, no, you were completely
Right.
absorbed in Sachet, trying to conjure up the dome and looking at Cuddle's dripping blood because he's made of cloth and he completely soaked it up. in
Actually,
the
the eagle just accidentally dropped me like 300 feet further than everyone
Yeah.
else. I've just been walking
He's just
back.
been running.
I've just been walking back this entire time. I just got here.
The audience is just out of breath.
I made it, guys. What's going on? I see
that-
you've gotten our...
That works a bit strangely because while you were away, everyone wanted to know if he was bad, so I agreed that you probably used a divine sense to know if he was evil.
Oh, okay, well, never mind. That did happen. I was here. Okay.
You know, because of your divine sense, you know he's not evil. That's about as far as... And he's not elemental or divine or...
Okay.
Or is one of us evil and use divine sense to find us because you're 300 feet away?
So I hear you are having trouble believing that we are not part of another rebel group trying to capture you.
Yes, and so far no one is giving me a very convincing argument.
I can understand the concern. If it would ease your mind, I am happy to cast a zone of truth, which I feel like if you are more worried, but if you don't want to take to those extreme measures, I would happily tell you that we are not part of a rebel group. In fact, we are not even from this island chain.
That is not hard to imagine, looking at how you are clothed and how you speak.
And also, just the sun suddenly turns into a big, bright red arrow looking at audience.
We
or
came
pointing
here,
at audience.
I will say, we came here with similar goals as perhaps some rebel groups, which is to stop the wizard, but more so I would say that from at least the rebel groups we have ran into, we are not here to harm the members of these island chains to accomplish our goals. In fact, we have gone out of our way at risk to ourselves many times to actually help or try and save the people of this island chain, while as well trying to stop the villagers, because in my mind, I believe that change is affected through actions over all of the island, not just in one overall goal of stopping the wizard. And for these islands to change for the better, it is up to every single member of us to do our best in all situations to help those less fortunate than ourselves.
Tobiyashi, because of all the time you spent with Naftan.
Just to remember, one of them was my teacher, right?
Yes.
Or one of them, I had one. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And you also know that they and so you'd know that what audience says has influence over his decisions because of this.
Okay. All right. I see him.
Well, that is all very interesting, but the matters of the population and their own thirst for power has very little pull on me or my kins. They have created this prison for themselves, and now they feed it by themselves. I do not know why I should care for this specific endeavor, since they are only going to push it even further. They were given the chance several times in their history to steer this in a new direction, and every time they have failed at this.
Have they ever known anything else?
Of course. But they chose.
Well, then why were you getting captured in the first place if you have nothing to do with anybody on this island? If you're not trying to go against the wizard?
He takes him and he puts his hand forward and he uses minor illusion. Just a small cantrip, easily. The wizard seeks to capture anyone possessing arcane abilities.
Mm.
I see.
Which puts him at either a wizard himself or a sorcerer.
Then why were the rebels trying to get you?
For the very same reasons.
Wanted to try to use you?
Of course. If they cannot convince a magic user to join them, the war between wizards did yield some gruesome machines. They would not hesitate into using those machines to gain a little bit more power, which will they again use in their struggle against oppression, so themselves can become oppressors once they succeed. He looks in your direction, audience, when he says this. So you see why I would have very little concern over such trifles.
Then what are your concerns?
Tobiashi, you'd probably be able to answer this before the Naftam does.
Yeah, I was gonna go up to audience and like, he hates the undead, and he probably has a big problem with all the undead on this island. Which I was going to whisper in your ear before all of this, but, so I think his biggest goal is trying to get rid of all of them,
I see.
or at least a lot of them.
I appreciate it.
That's a good goal.
I see. So your goal is to... I see. So one of your goals would be perhaps to cleanse the undead scourge that have baned these islands for a long time.
Well, at least find a way to reduce their number significantly.
Do you have any knowledge on this or no?
Of course, me and my kins have been researching and looking into this for several generations.
You need some help. Some additional outside backup.
Well, according to
Possibly.
your friends, our goal do not exactly align.
Well, he kind of likes his speeches. Our
yeah.
goal is technically to make it easier for some of our other friends to enter and exit the Misty Isles.
So they could help out that situation in the long run. More people like him, and I'm guessing the arrow is still pointing at audience.
Still got a huge arrow on top of audience, just bobbing slowly.
A little bit of glistening, like almost like radiant energy coming off of him.
Well,
So if you need backup for
I would
fighting
argue
an
that
undead scourge,
Yes.
If you have a way, we have fought many undead in our time. If you have a way that you think could work to help remove the undead, we'd be happy to help you accomplish it.
Well, unless you know things which we do not have access to, I doubt very much that you can provide a lot of help.
Okay, bye then.
Oh, wait. I'll go over to
The guy
audience.
inside the box doesn't know what's outside of it.
I'll go over to audience. Kind of like quietly talk to him. You think? Do you think you could turn them into like paladins or something to help them out, or like your god, or they might be able to use that at their advantage for it.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I mean, I have radiant powers. I have no way really to easily spread that to a large group of people.
Spread your religion to them. Maybe they could get it eventually.
It's not. No, I think it's an out of 10.
I mean, incidentally, any particular response to Ramey's comment, or was that just thrown under the bus?
I did.
Wait, which comment?
I'm sorry.
What comment was it?
Did I cut out then?
You probably
Yeah, can you
did.
say it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure we heard anything.
The guy inside the box
Oh,
doesn't know what's
yeah.
out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
they heard that one.
That-
Well, I can't do anything about it. Sachet's casting, and Civ is not getting too close because he doesn't want to create a second panic. So I can't do a lot of enough of anything about this.
Oh, I was just thinking maybe the Not Done had a comment about it, but I guess not.
Okay.
What about, okay, we haven't brought up this. I'll say we're also here to try and free great light spirit that's being used by the wizard. I believe that if she was freed, she would help deal with the undead issue that you are having.
Light being.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom.
He looks at you for a moment. You'd interpret his reaction as someone raising an eyebrow. Mom.
All right, ignoring our construct for a second.
The
This-
source of construct sentience.
Yeah, this
Me in the
this
background. I've
creature,
never had a month.
this creature has been shown to be a creature of great light and great power, and is right now being used by the wizard. If we're able to free her, I'm sure her power could be easily used to smite and remove most of the undead on this island.
How did you come across such information?
We were outside of the box.
Yes. So
Our ship, where we come from outside, has a great library with many forgotten texts and information, and along with the prophetic dreams that some of us have, we were able to gain this information through both chance and hard work.
Oh,
And we can
also,
tack up.
you know this guy, and I'll draw the raccoon mask symbol in the snow.
No, I've never seen this symbol.
Oh yeah, well, box.
We did see it on the island that one time.
Yeah, that's what
Maybe.
it was.
But we do have a lot of information that you most likely don't have, since we are from the outside and have been there for most of our life. More knowledge from our libraries not being pillaged and ripped apart, and knowledge from where we come from. Like he said, a big library.
And you say you are confident that you can leave this island.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Once we complete our mission.
Wait, sir,
Yes,
ma'am.
Where's our
of
beacon, yeah.
course. The condition.
We are confident that if our conditions are met, we can successfully leave this island. We did not say it would be easy, but it is possible.
And you would have me help you fill those conditions in return for your help?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Now I
And with-
recognize the influence of humans and this island.
Well,
I'm
and
sorry, is that not how literally all of society works? Is like we do something for you and then you do something for us, or we do something
even-
for you and then you do, like, that's how people do things.
And that is why this island will never free itself.
I wouldn't even think of it as a transaction, though. I would think of it as
Yeah.
you doing something good for the overall good, and then us doing something good for the overall good as well. There's no
For us.
there's no transactional because it's not really for us, it's for the good of everyone, and then what we would be doing wouldn't really be for the good of us either. I'm sure that there would be many other favors most of us would want to ask of this great light being after we free her, to use one of those favors or asks to help you remove the undead problem would not be in our own interest as much as it would be in the interest of the people.
it's more of like two parallel lines that converge at the end.
If you like egg salad sandwiches, be my guest.
It would just be more easier if we do help each other. More easier. It will be easier if we help each other. Sorry, I would have got slapped on the hand by a ruler if I would have said that in my monastery. It's been a long day, okay? I'm sorry.
All right. He looks at all of you. Give me a moment. He steps away and he sits down on the floor. Tobiyashi, you recognize such a posture as something used for meditating. He's gonna consider things.
We kind of are on a timeline here. I would like not long meditation, but
It won't take too long, audience.
I guess we could short rest while he does this.
Well, I thought that's what we were going to do.
You've used a lot of spells, and a lot of you are injured, so you could use a short rest. You could also use a long rest.
Yeah.
I don't think we have time for a long
Well, we
rest.
have
I'm
a
more of
week.
We're setting up the hut.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
Alright, so... yes, I have now made sure that the island is there. So, yay! Everyone can see the island on which you are right now. And I will give it for my players on the Discord. Alright, so this is the island, and you are currently... Oh yeah, that's right, it's under it. Come on, over it. You're currently where the NPC token is on the map that's going to show in our... So completely at the bottom. You have a long way to go. Every dot on the road represents 2 miles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have 40 miles from where you are to the first point there. Of course, you're barely a mile away from a way station. If you want to go there, you could take a train, but also the train you were on is just being attacked, so there might be a lot of security there. That's really up to you. Take a chance or walk all the way. which would be 2 days walk. from where-
2-day walk.
Should cut into our time a lot. And we have to go all the way north, right? Pretty much.
You have to go first in the process, the capital city on this island, because you have to meet Sachet's friend and convince him to be your help on this island.
Right. Okay.
And then someone needs to go to the library, I think. Well, that's
That's
where we're
where
going,
he
right?
is.
We're going to the library.
And
Yeah, so we got to go to
then
the library.
you go north.
And then we have to go north.
Was there
Okay.
anything else that we need to do in the capital within a week?
Not that we know of
No.
right now.
So, who wants to make the persuasion roll?
Got
Because
it.
you made... Everyone chipped in. Everyone said something. I'm taking into consideration things that were a good idea to mention and things that were a bad idea to mention, increasing and lowering the DC of this. So, who wants to make the roll?
I mean, I probably should with the highest persuasion, unless anyone can beat a +8.
Would it be with advantage or no?
No, there were too many goods and bads, so you evened out, but you're not at disadvantage.
It's good. Yeah, audience.
All right, it's up to me. You know D&D Beyond hates me on these important persuasion rolls, but let's go. All right, I'm stating now, this first roll is a throwaway. Even if it's good, it's a throwaway. I don't
Okay.
trust the first roll of the night. See? Throwing that away. Throw away the 7. All right, this one counts.
And it's a 2.
No, it's a nat 20.
Damn!
You tried to fuck me, D&D Beyond. I got you red.
It's like D&D Beyond was ready to make sure
All
that
the-
you threw away the natural 20 on something irrelevant.
I got you red on, baby. Come on.
The first persuasion audience rolls really good on. Too bad it's not a woman, but hey, it's at least it's that.
What? Well, I mean, like, maybe it's a sign. Maybe women aren't what
Well,
audiences...
you also now know I'm definitely throwing away the first roll forever now for any important persuasion roll.
So, it takes a moment, he thinks, and Sachet needs to know right before the dome comes up, is he included in the dome or not?
Yes,
Alright,
Yeah.
he's included in the dome.
so...
She just, like, scoots herself closer while still, like, with the book. Just, like...
just dragging it with one foot. And the dome comes up. Suddenly, the cold is mostly gone. There's the residual cold. Tobiashi still hoping he's gonna tune to the ring before the dome comes up, but no.
Yeah.
But at least now
That's fair.
you stop feeling the wind and the ambient cold. Now you just have the cold inside of you that managed to pierce through.
You know, but your nips are softening.
Yeah. I can't cut diamonds anymore. This is more of just like a knife now.
He stays in that meditative state for another good 10 minutes. Then he opens his eyes. He looks at all of you. He stands up. Very well. There really isn't much I can do right now, as most of my belonging have been taken by the wizards. Although your goals do seem selfish in many ways, some show promise of selflessness. For that, there is value in what you want to do. Should you truly manage to leave this island, information from a second point of view might be useful. I can't help you right now. I need to go back to my kins. But if you're not squeamish, I can help you get to the closest way station, provided you give me 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot
We
quicker.
could do that. Yeah, 4 hours is fine. We do have kind of like a time limit that was given to us on the train, but that'll be fine.
Well, if you have a powerful laxative, I can expedite things.
Where are the
Okay.
beats at?
True.
Eat your focus.
Can we gas cloud him? Will that make that won't make that might make him throw it up.
Actually, this might just be a situation where just like Raimi like looks over to Jorg.
Hey, you make some.
I could probably whip something up. Do I have the ingredients?
Whip up a powerful
A
laxative.
half-finished potion.
Look, I'm just assuming that Draken gave you a list of things, and one of those things included a laxative because Draken's Draken.
I'm pretty sure there was a laxative in all
Was
of
there a
the...
laxative on that list?
Ah, if I didn't put it there, I'm ashamed of myself. It completely changed.
I'm disappointed that there's not one there because I just assumed that there was because of repeated conversations we've had about.
Yes. I completely derailed a dungeon with this.
Would holy water? No, holy water wouldn't do that.
Insects, sleep, fear, fatigue.
No,
protection,
no laxative.
Counter poison, disease. Damn. Well, of course you can.
Maybe
do
one
this.
doubles as a laxative. So it's just a potion that if I make it,
That's what the
someone's
counter
gonna.
poison is. It
Hey,
just-
that's what I
You
was
just
thinking.
shit it out.
Shit it out.
It makes you sweat a lot and like just like throw up.
Damn. I edited the list so much. I removed the laxative. Well, of course you can make a laxative things. The problem is that you're mostly in winter and you don't have the.
Yeah, I can't really do
But
scavenging.
it would be the first level. So brewing time. Well, the problem is not the fact that you don't have the ingredients. The problem is that it's gonna take longer than the time he has asked.
4 hours isn't bad. That's still saving us like 2 days of travel.
You said
I mean, also it probably wasn't even like worth mentioning to begin with. It's just like, hey, 4 hours, just like out of a week, you know?
yeah.
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 We'll
We're
take.
on
I
we'll
mean,
take-
we're about
clock,
to take a
but
long
not
rest
that much.
anyways. That gives.
If we're gonna take a long rest now, that's 8 hours anyway, so that's longer
Yeah.
than it needs. So like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Very well. Then it looks like you all need a little bit of rest.
Yes.
Eh.
All right.
Maybe just sitting there, very, very intact, and his, his code of mending even has like repaired itself at this point.
You know what I will do? I'm gonna summon Magna before. Oh, actually, no. Wait, he's about to transport us to. Never mind. I'm not gonna summon Magna.
All right. So, takes a moment and look at all of you. And he looks at the Civ E approaching the group. He has a moment where he looks at him.
Oh.
And he looks at all of you.
Uh,
I imagine there is an explanation for this.
I mean, he's with us.
but he's not part of any of them.
He's a good guy.
Yes, of course, because everyone born on this island is inherently good.
He actually made it off on his merit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he left.
I know the legend of this one. Did not expect to see him back here. My question is he back here of his own accord? Or by design?
You could ask him yourself.
Yeah, you got some time. We're passing out.
Yeah.
You see Civ a little disturbed by the last phrase that he said. Is he here of his own accord or by design? This phrase means something to Civ. I am here because they needed help. I did not wish to come back here. Maybe it was by design, but if it was by design, it was not by mortal design, it was by divine design.
Sounds like a good boy band name. Sorry.
Divine design. Or a clothes company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And divine is spelled like D-I-V-I-G-N.
Divine design. The pinnacle. I don't know.
The pinnacle of
Pinnacle of designer.
It's Toby's retirement plan.
Yes.
You're all gonna
Working
become
on my
bards
song.
on your last level, just so that you can create a band and finish your days singing. I see. Well then. This is a tight fit in this space, but I guess for now. You said you wanted to have more information about our struggle, about our research and what we've learned about the undeads.
I mean, it would be helpful in us helping you.
Yes. He looks at Fisher, because you've all stated so many good things about helping one another.
I'm sorry. I really don't like people with
Yes.
your attitude.
Just say it, Fisher. You just don't like him. Be honest.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Like,
It's okay.
I already have one of you inside of me
Kind of an ass, and you
24/7.
remind me of somebody that I can't get rid of. No offense. Well, some offense.
Yes. Of course, there is no offense to be taken from this. You cannot help to be who you are. And you do know what they say. We hate in others what we hate the most in each of us. I'm sorry for who you really are.
God damn. Are you getting roasted?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I roll over in my bed.
You just hear sheesh in the corner of the audience.
That's my cue to go to bed now. Whatever happens after that.
The undeads in this island chain have always been here. Something about a power intersecting with this place. It comes from somewhere else. Seeping. As best we can tell from the center of the island chain, somewhere below the spire. It has always been here. The barrier of the judge was placed at the edge of its influence. The site was most likely chosen because of this. What better way to maintain prisoners inside of their prison than to put an enemy which only wants to eat them alive outside? And then reinforce this with something that can keep you inside or make you join them. The mist is inherently potent. And so, long ago, when they started to build on this island, someone decided to harness the potential of this mist. And this is how the 3 mist generators were created, fueling the spire. The perfect cycle. The mist generator eats up most of the mist that spreads everywhere, reducing significantly the numbers of undead which can manifest themselves. Destroy a generator, and you find yourself in a thicker mist. So you have more undeads to deal with.
What happened on Midsol, right?
Yes. Something they realized far too late. There are too few wardens in the spire who know how to repair these generators, so it was never repaired. Then again, I do not think they wish to repair it, as the way it is right now, it stands as a monument of what happens if you wish to disturb the activities of the spire. So now, we came in. We learned of the undeads outside. Believing we could find the source inside, founders of many of our clans came here. And we have been here for generations now, trying to push back the undeads. We mostly roam the night and try to find a way to sever the connection to this source. Remy, all of this talk does feel like it makes sense because of what you saw when you made astral jumps. It did feel like you were watching slow-moving currents in a river. That's what the mist is made of from the astral plane. So, if you think you can help us from the outside... Are you having a brain freeze, audience?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I recognize the... Stop licking the
Exactly.
snow.
Let's start back at the bottom again. 2 + 2 is 4.
It's almost like we've explained this like 1,000 times to him. Almost no.
Stop licking
George
the
has many
snow.
people we've talked to.
George Washington was the first president of the United States.
So,
The Illuminati is real. These are facts we know, and every child.
Every child.
yes. So, this is the summary of what we know about the undead here. Now, they can grow to be very powerful and quite a nuisance to those living in the islands.
You said there was something generated from the base of the spire. Do you know if destroying it would affect the undead problem?
Since we do not have access to this, it is hard to say. But if you have access to information that predates the creation of the spire, this might be useful.
Maybe it's another shard to the Nightmare Realm. We've dealt with those before now.
Well, Nightmare Realm really was a nightmare. This
No, I know. It
This
seems
might
like
be
we
more
keep
of an
running
undead.
into undead shards that lead to undead realms, because that's also where the dragon came from.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's not too out of the ballpark to use the power of a shard, but that's an above table comment. Raimi can't say it.
But as you say this, as you think about this, and this is probably the first time that it hits you, you've been soaking in this ambiance for a little over a week now, maybe 2, I'm not sure. Because of this, you're completely cut off from this sense. But now that you mention it, now that this has been put on the table, you have this moment of and for a brief moment you can differentiate what your nose smells than what your intuition has been feeling ever since it was here. It doesn't last long. It's just a brief moment, like a moment of déjà vu, where it's just so brief, but there's a displacement in your perception and it goes back to normal. This really does feel like something from another shard, that you've been bathing in it for nearly 2 weeks now.
It's clogging up your pores.
Damn. Well, we can add that to the list of things to do at the Spire. Maybe check out the basement.
There's also one thing that you do remember. Probably, who would remember this? Remy, you've been here long enough. You have a very good passive investigation. Who else has a high passive investigation?
Ooh, me.
Pick me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure about you, Fisher, but let's hear what audience has to say.
No, mine is a 16.
Mine is also a 16.
Okay.
If this was golf, mine would be the highest.
I doubt that.
Mine is 10.
Oh, maybe actually.
No, I think
What's
it's
yours?
mine audience. Because it's intellect.
No, mine is 10.
Okay.
It says mine is
It's
10.
10.
mine would
It
be-
went up.
Oh.
Nice. All right.
10 gang.
All right. So, Remy, you have this moment where, oh man, pieces of the puzzle are starting to put themselves together. The garden always has problem teleporting you when there's a shard nearby. But if the influence of this shard covers the entire island chain, it's not small.
It's kind of shardy in here, isn't it?
Raimi's face, like as this hits him, just like it immediately falls flat,
You good, Remy?
and
Oh, wait,
he
no, I'm-
minor illusions a pillow in front of his face, and he still mimics the sound of somebody screaming into a pillow.
That
Uh-oh.
doesn't help me. That doesn't help me, Remy. I can tell you're frustrated.
The
That
fog is
doesn't help
getting to
me.
Remy.
Tell me why you're frustrated.
I think we should keep like 5 feet away from Remy now. I think the fog has
Are
gotten
you
to him.
saying to smother the guy?
wait.
Are we assassinating someone?
Kill him in his sleep with a pillow?
He's infected. Toby, get him. No.
He's infected. Where are the guards at?
Eviscerate him. Find the bug. The Naftan looks at you as, I believe your friend is frustrated for something.
Yes, we can tell that. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. We've tried to figure out why he's frustrated.
Ah.
We're waiting for him to tell us.
It's where, I mean, what is he not frustrated about? But
Yeah, so I think the best way that Raimi is going to be able to communicate this is he is going to minor illusion will be the most.
You do
You know what?
have
Since that was the one that they actually directly interacted with, like as in like teased around with, he's going to minor illusion the one time that they were experimenting with a shard opening, and then he is going to imitate the sound of a cup being raked against like a series of metal poles.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
metal pole falling sound effect number 3 on YouTube.
And maybe to facilitate a bit, like Raimi's going to move his hand along with it, like back and forth from left to right.
Audience did not understand. I rolled a 6. See if you understood.
Maybe you should get Olunak out. He usually understands.
Fish. I was hoping like Fisher, someone.
Can I, with my 16 passive investigation, does that get me to the final?
Well, it makes you understand what the noise is. It sounds like someone rubbing his cup on prison bars. So there was the shard when you were fiddling with a shard, trying to forcefully open the gate, and then the sound of someone rattling his cup on prison bars.
And then maybe Raimi would have to punctuate it by pulling out a dagger and stabbing.
And then someone being
Remy, if you don't
assassinated.
remember, you do have an image of audience destroying a shard in the Nightmare Realm before a dragon eats them. You do have that image, but it's up to you whether you want to use it.
It's like a We'll see. I'm gonna give Fisher a chance to see if he understands what he's saying. But if he doesn't, then
I mean, I could say I understand from what Draken was saying. How you pieced it together does not make any sense to me, but I also just rolled a 17 for insight, so
So it might make sense to Fisher.
yeah.
Well, what I've been saying. The explanation. Okay. I understand what you mean.
Well, I get that if there is a huge portal in the basement of the tower, that could be why it's hard to teleport in, and that could also mean us putting a beacon might not actually work unless we shut off the portal.
Another portal?
Now you're thinking. With
Is
words.
that what I'm thinking?
Is that
like-
what I'm thinking?
Raimi is going to nod. Then he returns the minor illusion pillow to his face, and the screaming continues.
I mean, we've destroyed portals in charge
Yeah.
before. We can do it again.
Yeah, this one's just in the basement
defended by a wizard, surrounded by undead.
and big enough to cover 3 enormous islands.
And wait, we didn't close the one that was. We've closed small ones, right?
No, that one was pretty big. The one in the arena was decently sized.
But we've usually called someone to come close them, right? Or at least investigate them.
I think I don't remember
Like
who
the one-
exactly
the-
closed it. The one in the arena. It wasn't us. It was.
That's the one that
I think there was a spell like I closed the nightmare
Was
one
it
by
the-
breaking the crystal. The
That one was closed by your rival and
Yeah.
yeah,
the
The wizard
Yeah.
that was down there helping us.
and the wizard that was down there helping us. But
Because I carried him. Well, I was going to carry him
yeah,
over
we
there.
have never technically closed a super large one on ourselves.
The beacon is meant to strengthen the signal. It could be enough. You don't know. You can't be sure.
okay.
He's just going to strengthen the crystal, and then we're all going to be doing it.
Mhm.
We could fight the Elder Lich that's down there and kill him. Oh wait, no, sorry, I didn't know if that's true. Okay.
We might. We could. Yeah, for sure. That is a possibility. However,
Maybe
small.
you think the light thing could help us?
Yeah, they're just funny enough, as we go down into that basement, there's just going to be a little plaque. It's a little dusty, but if we clean it off, it's going to say the Tomb of Annihilation.
Not that. Anything but that.
Don't worry. It's going to be worse. I mean, it's not going to be
No!
that.
All right,
All right. Well, at least we'll have a map of the place when we get in there.
we will have a map of the place. All right. Well, that might be something we're gonna have to add to our list. Deal with the shard at the bottom of the portal. Now we have 3 objectives in the portal: free Fisher's mom / dad / I don't know
Slash other.
/ other / destroy a very large portal at the bottom of the spire / plant a beacon to get out safely while not being noticed. Seems doable.
And optional quest or side quest: defeat the wizard. If it comes to it.
Well, no, I think that was more. I think the wizard was our fail. Like we fail. I think that was the red. We failed the mission.
Okay.
And you need to get out now.
It's like one
now.
of those stealth missions where they don't even let you fight. They're just, if you get spotted, you lose.
Yeah. It's like the beginning Dark Souls boss that like kills you right away.
No, you can beat him.
Or
You
like
just
the
take
worst
you
levels
just
in
take
Beyond
you just
Good and
take
Evil.
Blackfire. You just take Blackfire bombs.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, never mind. Not important.
Oh yeah. So when we spawn in this island, can I have taken a black fire bomb?
Yeah,
Still
sure.
killed it.
Of course.
We do. We have our bomb. That's
We
our
do.
Blackfire bomb.
Holy shit! He doesn't stand a chance. We just bomb the base of the tower. It collapses. It fills the hole, the portal, and we're good.
And now you
Oh, we're
can't
in the
place the
collapsing
beacon at the
tower.
highest point in the island chain because it's been
No.
collapsed.
Now there's a new highest point in the.
But to
chain,
be fair,
so
if we
go
destroy
there.
if we destroy the portal, it shouldn't matter because that should like actually disrupt. That we should gain enough from just destroying that portal.
All right, so enough metagaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to talk to it about this, you have to talk about this.
I thought we
through
were
your
talking in
versus
game.
character.
I swear we were talking about this.
Yeah, sure.
Not about the Blackfire bombs.
Yeah, the whole Dark Souls thing wasn't happening, but
Feel like you were diverging a little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
Okay. Anyway, we're passing out. We're sleeping. Cut to 8 hours later.
All right.
I need to use healing. Or my,
Use all your healing spells before we pass out.
Remy, Sachet, once you finish screaming in your imaginary pillow, Sachet goes to you and says, if you don't mind, I think Cuddles needs a bath. And she rises him and you see the blood still dripping from him. Maybe you could use your decanter?
I guess Raimi will first like take Cuddles with Mage Hand, by the way.
Random did that.
And then they both go outside of the dome. Because if you recall,
yeah.
there's not much control over.
And Sachet can't leave the dome because otherwise it'd just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone need 2 first level cure wounds before I long
We'll take
rest?
the
I
long
think
rest,
Fisher or Toby would like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
it could be-
Okay. Fisher gets 5, and Toby gets also 5, so it was fair.
Right.
I rolled minimum on them. And no good
I'd like
berries
to-
tonight. I
like
should have
to
just
use
done
my,
good berries. That would have been the same amount of healing.
I'd like to use my key points to my last 2 key points to quicken heal myself before I go to sleep.
All right. Yeah, sure. Fisher, Sachet will heal you for another 17 points of healing.
Those 7 points.
And Tobiyashi, 14 points of healing.
Oh,
I'll just cast Compel Duel 4 times on. No, I'm kidding. I have no healings. I'll just cast Compel Duel on Civ 4 times. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, of
what
course.
time is it in the daytime?
Probably around 8 o'clock morning.
At night? Oh, in
Morning.
the morning when. Okay.
You got
Our sleep
woken.
schedule's a little
You got
off.
woken up by the train being almost derailed. You walked up on the top. You had a fight which lasted a minute, and then you jumped off. So there's less than an hour that has gone by.
We're becoming nocturnal again. We're fucking with our sleep schedules.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, Terry has a nocturnal schedule because he never adapted. Because he lives in his own little bubble, he still has a nocturnal lifestyle. So, Remy, you use your decanter and you wash out Cuddles. You have this moment where he's thoroughly soaked, and you still see a little bit of blood color from the water that's just dripping from him, and you hear Sachet from the dome just saying, I think he needs a good ringing. You just don't, come on. And in your mind you see the size of the creature in the astral plane. Yeah, I want to ring that. Do you ring Cuddles? I mean, she looks confident.
Hold on. I'm just checking one thing real quick. Because, I've never actually really considered this. Okay, just had to double check that. Raimi, just like kind of like gulping, just like like still holding up Cuddles with the mage hand, but just kind of like like lightly like doing the ringing like one little bit at a time, like in different areas.
One
Just so
leg,
that-
another leg, the body changes. And the face, you see the face distort with one eye still looking at you as you twist it off.
Raimi is just hoping that he has built up enough good rapport that this is seen as being helpful and not anything else.
Well, he's not attacking you, although you haven't stopped staring at him since you did that. So, do you dare
Hold on.
close your eyes?
Hold on. I assumed a Constitution check.
I easily imagine Remy going while he's trying to ring this poor puppet. Go. Not closing my
however
eyes.
long you think an 18 would get me to keep my eyes open for as long as possible.
You know, with the cold air and everything, your eyes are starting to feel dry, and suddenly they start stinging because of that cold air. And then there's a snowflake that just moves up and goes into your eyes. And,
Start blinking one eye at a time.
After 10 minutes, it feels like everything is blurry because your eyes are completely dry and you're nearly crying because you're
Hey,
afraid.
Remy, want some hot
Oh yeah,
wings?
no, I know
Oops.
exactly what that is because I've been up for 27 consecutive hours before, all the while looking at a computer screen because I was screaming at the time.
Oh. Eventually, after 10 minutes, your eyes go, I'm not dead?
Hey, Remy, want some hot wings? Falls in his face. No, I'm just-
Cuddles is still in your arms, although you're not sure if it's intentional or not, but when you open your eyes after blinking, and it stops burning because, oh, good lord. You try open it initially and it doesn't work, and then slowly you manage to blink and open. Cuddles is looking at you directly. You're not sure, but you think his eyes are really wide. Maybe he's always been like this. Yeah, you've actually never watched him from this close. You've actually never dared close your eyes on him when he's this close to you before. Here, Sachet, give it another go. I think there's still more water in it.
And this is a process.
So you go at it again, and eventually, not a lot of water comes out of it anymore, and you wash it off a little bit more, and the rest of the blood comes out, and then ring it again. And you hand it back to Sachet, probably after this. Do you hand Cuddles back to Sachet?
He does.
She tries taking it.
I feel like it would be against Remy's best interest to withhold Cuddles from Sachet or vice versa.
Yes, okay. So yeah, this one. Oh, thank you, Remy. It will probably help. And she takes Cuddles and squeezes. Bless you. She squeezes it on her chest as she's sitting down for a bit of a sleep, and you just hear that. She squeezes it.
Well, that's in the dome now.
Can I ask, what's a bedroll made out of?
Depends. Usually some
Roll
sort
for
of
bed.
thick blanket.
Like material? Like just like cotton? Canvas?
Depends. It can be any of them. I would imagine that a bedroll made to keep you warm in winter would most likely be made out of cotton or wool, depending on what's available in that world. And this
Just
world
wool on the
probably
inside,
wool.
cotton on the outside. Okay.
In this world, probably wool. It's wool is more waterproof than cotton, I think.
Okay.
But if you're living in a very dry environment, or in summer, maybe some sort of really thick, not necessarily canvas, but it could be.
All right, I make a clothes out of my bedroll.
So it's not like a bread roll, but made out of bed.
No, a bed. I said clothes out of a bedroll.
I know. I'm just saying that it's made out of wool.
Oh, yeah. I use my fancy clothes and a mixture of my bedroll to make warm clothes. Not that I need them. I just don't want to be naked anymore.
Alright, so everyone goes to sleep. Even your new friend, which no one has asked his name, but
I asked. His name is
He
obviously
was an ass
Mothman.
about it, and then so I've been mean to him since then.
Hey, he's Mothman. Mothra.
well,
That explains a
That was
lot.
like the second question I asked him.
that's racist.
Well,
Little bit.
Everyone's a little bit racist. It's true.
what do I need to roll to make these clothes? That's my main question.
Oh, wow.
I know I've tried to make clothes before.
Probably intelligence. You know, you're trying to sew something.
Intelligence. So anything with intelligence, or just a
Intelligence
straight roll?
plus dexterity.
Would it be?
No, since you're not actually sewing,
Sleight of
you're
hand?
trying to create with your silk. Is that it?
Oh.
Or
No.
you-
I was trying to
Oh,
sew.
oh,
I was
really?
trying to
So? Oh,
I have
goodness.
it, yeah.
So intelligence to create the design and dexterity to make it. Yeah.
All right. So just straight rolls. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, straight rolls with the. All right. So for the first one, 11 for intelligence, and then for dexterity, 18 for dexterity.
Okay. So, your plan was to make a shirt and pants, but it really more looks like a robe. And but it's decently made.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's what I was going for. I'm used to robes anyway, so I started making the pants and the shirt, and then I was just like, what if we just connect?
Halfway through, you sort of
didn't
realize
go
that,
wrong.
oh wow, this is long. Doing this is really long. Never mind, I'll just make a robe.
I just have so it's like a robe with the clothes that were already I still have my fine clothes, so it's just the fine clothes underneath. So it's just,
You look like Fisher, but with clothes.
Yeah.
All right, so you take the rest, and Fisher, I would imagine you take your sentry rest.
Yes.
All right, so you see in stroboscope vision a scene that probably resemble what happens in the train where Sachet was. Slowly, bit by bit, you see this assembled in front of you. You have this moment of, oh, I think Cuddle is doing something. You look and, oh yeah, he's building up another gruesome scene. Then you look back in front of you and there's another one that's there, and you look right next to you, there's nothing there. You look there, oh god, he's building it piece by piece. But eventually you sort of realize that he's... Alright, well, it's gruesome, and initially it felt like what happened in the train, but bit by bit, every time you look at one place, you notice that he's making more and more of these undead-shaped snowmen. And every time you look in a direction, you notice that they're getting closer and closer and closer. You look straight forward, you're looking at this snowman there, and then you just have this moment of, oh god, this one is getting closer, and then this one is almost there. The bubble is slowly being assailed by this slow-moving mass of undead snowmen.
I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't think our new friend is going to appreciate this, right?
The hours go by, and just to help, aw, this is so cute. Just to help Cuddles as he's doing this, snow starts to fall, giving him more munition to make it even more convincing. And you realize at one point, because you start hearing the little sound that ice makes when it falls from the sky, just on the dome. Here's, oh no, Cuddle's gonna have ice now. Yeah, oh god. And then you realize he is shaping the ice, and he is slowly accumulating all of this very fine hail that's falling. Also incorporating it in everything. And you even see him making arms with branches that have been thoroughly enveloped in ice. There is this moment where it's almost time to get up, and you watch all of these undeads, all with arms, and their hands have been made with branches, so they really feel like long fingers reaching toward the dome. And you look in front of you, and you see these hands made of ice, barely an inch in front of your face. He has pushed all of these things so that their hands are inside the dome. Everyone starts awakening on this gruesome note, where you just see this in front of you, and you have this moment where you look around, and in the 5 seconds it took for you to turn your head, you notice that he has pushed all of these undeads in close range like this, with all of these hands reaching inside of the dome toward everyone.
As people start to rouse awake, I just loudly go, "Don't panic." It just Cuddles.
So how did you react when you hear Fisher say, guys, don't panic? George, you look up, you see this hand that's reaching probably, let's go with the camera, at that distance from your face.
I rolled pretty high on my wisdom, so I slap it off of the snow sculpture.
You have all of these undeads everywhere around you. You hear the Nathan go, yes. This does look familiar. You say not to worry about this.
Well, yeah, they're just statues, obviously.
He takes a moment. Yes. Obviously. And who is the one that has a sixth sense of humor?
That'd be the weird doll
Doll.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Seems like something the doll would do.
you see the doll sitting there with his head cocked like this. And a
Only
smile.
move when nobody's looking at it. As a
Yes.
for- brutal murder, but apparently it's. What is it, audience? Is some kind of guardian?
I mean, it
or
has
something?
some power, yeah, as a guardian from her. I'll nod to Sachet, her, like, basically, like, watcher, her god, like, figure.
Oh, he doesn't mean anything by this. It's just his way of expressing himself. It's actually.
That means he
very-
likes you.
I don't know. But it really helps relax the mind, honestly. It's better to watch this than have it happen to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we can use it. Like, maybe if we're ever being attacked by undead, we just have Cuddles make a bunch of statues of undead already attacking us, and then they'll think we're already being attacked and leave us alone.
I don't know if it'll
No.
work, but
I think they're both not smart enough for that to work, and
Yeah.
not dumb enough for that to work.
But I
If we
mean,
just
or
follow
what
the
if we like? I'm more saying
board.
like if there were enough sculptures in the way of them, would they like actually attack or go through the sculptures, or would they just stand behind the sculptures moaning?
Or if
At
they
that
if
point,
they
you're just making a wall.
if they
Yeah.
migrate in herds, do you think if they find a group of zombies that are just standing there, none of them will move because they're all waiting for another one to move, but half of them are just snow
We'll
sculptures
just
that
start
don't
lining
move?
up.
well, you know,
Yeah.
it's all very good idea. Like my father used to say. And she, Remy, you have this moment of, oh man, she's copying me. She uses minor illusion to change her voice, to adopt the voice of her father, and you just hear this. Well, you know, it's very important that you think outside the box. Audience, this sends chills down your spine. Because that voice, you know.
Yeah.
That's basically what I make, guys, but it's brown.
Yeah, but
and it just has my nice
audience,
clothes
you
underneath.
know this voice because that's the voice that this entity had.
Yep.
Which
That's gonna be a tough pitch on the whole girlfriend thing to him. It's all right. He already isn't the biggest fan of me. It's okay.
the way she says it, she doesn't seem to realize though. So you're not sure. She might not know.
Alright. I won't say anything.
And with this spine-chilling moment for audience, I think it's time to go to our break because some people need to pee. Not me, but who knows, Val and V or Torchblade, maybe they need to go to pee a little bit.
It's
Jorg
me.
does.
Jorg does, then
my fault.
definitely let's go to break. We'll have marsh sound. It's gonna help you. Well, maybe rain would help you more, but we're used to using marsh sounds.
I like peeing on
On
ducks
toads? Ducks?
What?
and toads.
Interesting.
That's a very
Pause?
specific kink, but okay.
See you back in 15 minutes. Bye. Hello, welcome back. I hope all of your bladders are properly emptied. And who knows, maybe you picked up something to refill it while the rest of the episode goes by. But it is time. Time to keep on going. So, audience, I sent you a little bit more information about
I saw.
the nature of. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just letting everyone know also that I whispered something in your ears from a distance.
Yeah, I got information you guys don't, so suck.
What? Fuck you.
It also puts into perspective the threat he gave you. All right, so as you have this moment of recognizing the voice and going, God damn it. But apparently a lot of people agree with, it's always good to think outside the box. Remy made a reference about this. Fisher made a reference about this. Jorg made a reference about this. Not sure about Tobiashi. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Even Playhouse Disney made a reference to it. Out of the box. Out of the box.
I'm not sure it was exactly for the same reason, but yeah, no, it's a reference.
All right.
So
Is your TP circle ready? A wizard, Naftan.
A wizard
he,
math.
he just says, yes. Give
His
me a
toilet
moment.
paper circle is ready.
Like I said, don't be too squeamish. He leaves the dome. Well, no, the dome has faded by now. So he leaves, goes behind a rock. There's a little wait. Then probably Remy and Tobiashi hears a familiar sound.
That was wet. That was wet.
Then you see him coming out, coming from the other side of the stone with a ball of snow, and he's just rubbing something with snow, and there's a small crystal with no pointy ends, just really rounded out. Well,
That's good.
gather
Starts
around.
polishing it.
That's a smart, you know. I respect the smuggling. I would do the same.
You might want to consider some more fiber in your desk.
Consider something.
Yes, because you want it to be hard to come out, of course.
Have you ever tried beet juice?
Well, I don't know how many jewels you
No,
drank in.
I've never tried beet juice.
Toby, pass him one of our cards.
I passed him one of the cards.
And the legend spreads.
There you
I
go.
forgot
Might
that
need that
he
for
made the card that I think now we're not
I
going to
never
really
got
be able to use.
I never got to pass him around, so whenever it comes up,
Yes. Thank you.
don't worry.
All right. Gather around.
You call yourselves the Master Beaters.
Yeah,
No, we're the beet juice bros. Beet juice brothers.
yeah. Beet juice bros.
All
The
right.
BJ Bros. Got it.
Yeah, BJB
BJB.
Incorporated.
Incorporated, of course.
Egg.
Well, you got to be careful because someone tried to steal some of your shares with audience. So, takes a moment, focuses around the crystal, and gather around, touch the crystal. I mean it, touch the crystal.
I'll touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been cleaned with snow, but it still smells.
Can we get the geyser? Can we get the water jugs?
So, did you all touch it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll touch it. He's just like, prank, but you touch my shit.
It's not a shit. It's a crystal he smuggled in.
Yeah, it's solidified shit. No.
No,
So,
it's a magic crystal.
yes.
You know what? Honestly, this probably would not be the first time that Raimi had touched something that had originally been in somebody's sphincter. So he's actually not as. He might actually be used to this.
Okay.
It's a good way to smuggle things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, by all accounts, probably Raimi had to learn how to do it too.
That is part of rogue training.
yeah. Rogue
Is
101.
it?
Today we will be doing sphincter smuggling class.
Well,
Mhm.
except, you know, like Raimi has a potential extra pocket.
Oh.
Give sphincter tightening or tightening training.
I don't know. I can't use anatomy that well.
So.
You want to show me later, Remy? I mean, oh god! Alright.
I did not need to know this. You should have warned me. Alright, so you touch the crystal, you feel energy coming from the crystal. It's pulsating a little bit. And slowly the energy becomes more powerful and it starts enveloping everyone, and you feel this I'm so sorry for the description. You feel this sucking sensation, and then suddenly you just go And when you exhale, well, you don't really have a choice, because when you arrive, there's sort of this, and all of the air has been sucked out of you, except for Fisher. And when you arrive, you're
God.
You look in front of you. You see the walls of probably a way station.
All right.
You are, just so that you know, if you look at the battle map, it's gonna show up on the Twitch in a moment. Where the NPC is now where you are. There's a.
Where are we? Oh, okay. Nice.
All right.
Time to catch a train to the middle place.
All right. So, well, you took a long rest, so you're fully recovered. But now you are at nearing the end of the day. The Naftan looks at all of you and says, "Well, I believe this is where we part ways."
Yes. By the way, just real quick before I go, you don't know of anything that would like help cure an Afghan that was tried to turn into an undead, right?
I would say that creature needed to be extremely powerful, because that's not possible.
Yeah, no, it was from actually this island.
Oh.
But he survived, but he got weakened.
Oh.
I don't know if it was just a long shot. It's fine if you don't have anything.
Well, no, I do not have something on me, but I'm pretty sure that he would probably be able to regain part of his strength, at least, if he can find positive energy of life in very concentrated and powerful form.
All right. Well, I'll let him know if I ever find some concentrated energy of life.
The special white stuff. Sorry.
Maybe bottle it up, you know.
Yes.
Give a little.
Amy is going to minor illusion a letter.
I was thinking like a message in a bottle, Remy. Message in a bottle.
If I could save time.
Well,
No, for real though. Like, that was completely unrelated to what you guys were talking about. He minor illusions a letter.
Oh, what was the letter?
It's the letter.
Do we have a letter?
Like a letter, like an envelope, or like a letter, like a specific letter?
The letter T.
Like a letter in an envelope.
okay.
Oh. Okay. Are you saying we should mail somebody?
Do we have a letter on us?
Oh, do you want to share contacts with this guy?
It's like Rennie points to his beak on that one above table. We have not confirmed how we were ever going to be able to contact this man again.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
All right.
Be like,
So, bro, my Snapchat is.
you want to scan my QR code?
Yeah, I don't think I ever got your name. What's your name?
Hartalan.
Heart a lot. All right. I'm audience.
I'm
Yeah.
forward.
How do you want to contact? I don't know.
Well, the
Where
easiest,
are you located? Where could we contact you if we ever come back or complete any of these
the
things?
easiest way to contact any of us? And he reaches into his sleeve. There is a button. You just see him twist the button and break it off. Gives it to you. The other side of the button, there is something drawn on it. It vaguely looks like a moth.
A Mothman symbol.
Place this in any way station or waypoint near a mountain. Within the next few days, someone will contact you. Place it at an inn, or at least in a place where many people passes every day.
Okay. We'll button it up.
Now then, I believe this is where we part ways, unless there is one more thing you would like to share or say before I leave.
Good luck.
Good hunting.
Till next time.
To you as well. Now then,
I'll bow.
he returns the bow.
Let's go.
He reaches on his back and pulls out wings. And he just starts flying off.
Nice. All right. Let's go catch a. Let's go try and get the late train into the main place where Sachet's friend is.
All right. I thought he was gonna say you just get a flashlight and then you have the button shine to the night sky.
Fairly decent man for a wizard. Not a big wizard guy, but you know, he was okay for a wizard.
We never actually confirmed if he was a wizard or.
He was
I'm
most
going
likely
with
a
he's a
wizard or sorcerer, but yeah, no, you never confirmed it.
I called him.
Did he have a
I
book?
called him Wizard Man, and he did not deny it. So I'm going with he was a wizard.
Yeah.
All right, let's get there.
All right. As always, Siv says, well, I believe this is where I start my distant vigil of everything you'll be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep me informed of where you will be going and the proper order you'll be going there.
All right. First, we're going to go meet her friend in the main capital, and then we'll let you know what the plan is from there. If we're able to convince him to help us, and if we are, we'll probably be headed north to head to Mid-Sal, or up north, so we can try and find like the trains to fix.
All right. Well, in this
All right.
case, I guess this means we'll meet momentarily. Well, actually, you have an interesting choice to make. This is a way station that is a bit out of the way, which means you'll need to walk to get to either a point or a station. Which one?
Wait, we can't take a train from here?
No, it is a
No,
way
we got
station.
wiggly lines.
All right, we
Look
can.
at the
Okay.
map, dude.
So 12,
Time for a new disguise. I give myself a mullet.
12 miles out of this way station, you'll come to a decision. Either go right or left. Right will lead you very quickly to a point that is on the main railway. So maybe a little bit more dangerous because there is most likely going to be people from the train that you were on, or people who knows about what happened and might have seen you. That there's a greater chance of some of them traveling on this line, but it is the shortest one. From that point, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's a long ways.
12. It's
Definitely went all the
26
way around.
miles from that intersection to that point, so roughly a day of walk. If you want to take the safe route, the one where there is least likely of having people that have seen you, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 64 miles.
Mhm.
So 3 days of walk to get to the station over there. Once, wherever you go, whichever road you decide, once you get to either a point or a station, It's only a matter of hours to get to the process. If you take,
I feel more comfortable taking the shorter route. I think even if anyone did notice us, they would have been so caught up in the panic they would have assumed we were just running somewhere. So I don't think
Or
people
hiding.
were like, yeah, or hiding. I don't think people were like looking to identify, and they know we weren't the attackers, so I don't think they'd have a reason to report us.
Yeah. Also, it's just nice to have that extra 2-day cushion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might as well start walking because we just slept.
all right, so you'll be
mean-
walking through the night.
I mean, Raimi at the very least will offer the possibility as he holds up his book.
What book?
I believe
His ritual book?
I believe Remy is offering us to spend a night
Here?
and walk
No.
during the day.
He's offering the you can summon like ghost horses, right?
Well, isn't that just one horse?
I don't
And
think
he
we
can
need to-
have 2 horses.
I can.
I don't think we need to expedite our walking that much. I think it's going to take about a day to walk there anyway, which I think is fine.
I'll just go ahead and state for the record, guys, that this horse can move at 10 miles an hour
Oh,
or 13 at a fast pace.
I mean, we can.
Is it the
That's-
riding horse?
It's a fast
no,
horse.
it's the spell.
How much faster is that than a walk?
A lot.
So what would that cut that down to, like 6 hours,
10 miles
4
an
hours of
hour.
travels?
So it's 5 dots every hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 hour.
Can't
1,
humans,
2,
like,
3,
run it
4, 5.
10 miles an hour.
2 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 3. It would cut this down to 5 hours, between 5 and 6 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You'd be arriving on a next point, sunrise.
And that would give a lot less time for information from that train, because they're probably all being questioned still to actually like reach there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that would be good. We should do that.
All right, so Remy can summon 2 steed. Is that it?
Well, I'm like, practically I can summon 2 steeds. If I try to summon 3, that's like half an hour. It's like before we have to go through that whole process all over again. But,
So let's just say 2 steeds, and the 2 steeds can each have like what, 2 people on them?
You can do
So,
one steed.
hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
It takes.
So then, if
11
we
minutes.
throw Fisher into storage again, and Jorg turns wild shapes into
Yeah, I get
a
wild
small
shape.
creature, then audience, Raimi, Sachet, and Tobiyashi can ride on 2 horses.
Or I can wild shape into a big animal, a big bird, and then carry Fisher.
Well, the problem is your flying speed. 10 miles an hour.
Do you have any things that can go 10 miles per hour?
Doesn't seem that fast.
The D&D
it's a
terms
speed
it
of
is.
100 feet.
Oh,
So
D&D
even with the
terms.
modification that I made, you need to find a bird that has a flying speed of 50 in order to keep up.
giant eagle can go 80 feet.
Then, as a giant eagle, you'd be able to follow.
Just turn to a mouse and we'll just go 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But Fisher
Good
has to
idea.
get stuck in storage again. Which is
That's true.
Yeah.
It's up to Fisher at this point.
yeah.
Eagle, then we can also like scout. Like we'll have a better.
Mm-hmm.
we'll have a literal bird's eye view.
Sachet would say, well, yes, but, well, one, how does he transmit this information to us? And two, would it not also give out our position to anyone observant enough?
I mean, it's pretty misty. We could, if I don't follow directly above you guys, there's nothing tying me down to you guys.
Those like shadow bird things. Those
That's another consideration.
See, that is a good point.
Here the
Well, they mostly hunt near mountains and around the spire.
Start summoning the steeds.
They mostly hunt near mountains and near the spire. I don't think we're near a mountain right now, so you might be safe, but if they're very hungry, they will hunt further away from their nest. That's really up to you, but I think the idea of a mouse is a better one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can carry you.
hang out in a room.
If you prefer, I can make sure that Cuddles carry you. He's very
No.
gentle.
How can he cuddle me if he's limp when nobody's looking at him?
Well, just close your eyes.
What? I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
But
His
then what
statement
if someone
sounded
looks
odd.
at him and I fall off? I'm good. Sorry, Cuddles. Unless Cuddles really wants to carry me.
Do you
give it
look
as
at
an
Cuddles
option.
when you say this?
Give it as an option.
Mm-hmm. Look, if it gets me and Cuddles' good side, who knows what could happen?
So when you say Cuddles can carry me, do you look at Cuddles?
Uh-huh.
You look at him, you have this moment of blinking once, and then you see this large, creepy smile appearing on his face when you blink, blink, blink.
Oh no.
I wouldn't go for this door, but this is your life, man.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, that's your loss. Cuddles is very
Sorry,
comfy.
Cuddles. How do you know? Have you ever been a mouse?
No, but I've cuddled with Cuddles.
All right, let's get these horses out here. Is Fisher going in the storage?
No, I thought he was being carried by. Is he? What did we
No, we-
decide? Like everyone confirmation?
Dork was turning into a mouse, I
Open
thought.
the door. Let me in.
Okay.
I mean, like it's like I said, it's one of those situations where, like, you know, Remy could theoretically like summon 3 steeds, but then he's going to be spending like
It's okay.
like half of every single part of this ride, like re-upping your steed so that you just don't immediately
I'm
fall to the
sure
ground after it
Fisher.
disappears.
I'm sure Fisher and Pterodad can have a lot to discuss in their little enclosed space together. Bye, Fisher.
Yes, Val and
You
V.
guys suck.
Cuddles is a being.
Alright, go ahead.
He's a really weird being.
All right, I guess Fisher goes into space, and
Alright.
then we'll just head off.
The moment you step in, Fisher, you hear from inside of you, "Ah, yes. So, how long do you place before? How long would you give your friends before you give up on them and give me the rights to tell you for the rest of eternity how much you fucked up?"
That was a one-time thing. That's
Oh,
not-
all right. So you mean I can start right away? Got it.
No.
Anyways.
You just hear from the. I hear this weird thing come from my pocket. Let me out. Just fine. Probably not.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Alright. Does
Although
anything
incidentally,
happen?
whoever rides on Raimi's steed, you very specifically get the experience of riding on a white tiger.
Whoa.
Do you want that to be me or do you want that to be Sachet? Because I assume it's not.
Yeah, so now we have to decide who's riding with who.
Starting with who?
Jorg is
I
a
don't care who I
mouse,
ride with.
so who do you want?
I call the tiger.
All right, so you go with Remy. So who's
Uh-huh.
riding with Remy, and who's riding with who?
I'm telling you, they're Remy's steeds. He gets to decide who rides
All
where.
right, so Remy, who's riding with who? With you, and who are the
Do you
two
really have
others?
to ask?
No, I mean,
Like,
I mean,
Remy and Sachet have been building a bond, so
yeah,
you might
and
pick Sachet.
the closer Remy gets to Sachet, the further she seems to get to audience. So he has he has two valid choice: audience or Sachet.
All I can say though, Remy, is I am trained to ride cats. I don't know if anyone else is. You know, they ride a little different than horses.
Right, a little different.
So Remy,
I mean,
what do you choose?
I don't think Raimi would say no to the opportunity of
Riding
motorcycle
audience, or riding with.
situation with audience.
Alright.
All right, audience will get up behind Remy and kind of do the thing where he like puts his arms around him like a motor. Where does Remy want to be behind? Either way.
I don't know how
Actually,
to-
Raimi would probably have to be at the front because basically in order for this to work, he does need to keep his book out.
Okay. I'll be the
I don't
big
know how to
spin.
drive a horse.
But Raimi now gets to like for the next several hours just like be around the protective arms of the audience.
Yeah.
Alright, so Sachet looks at you, Tobiashi, and says, well, who's in front, who's in the back?
Do you know how to ride a horse? I don't think I've ever ridden a horse before.
Oh, well, then yes, I'll be in front.
Now is a great time to learn.
What? No, it's not. I'll just be doing like that awkward thing where I'm like trying not to grab around here.
He's about to take like this. And, oh, no, that's right. Around the waist.
My
Maybe
elbows
you're just
are
trying to
out.
like lightly like hold her shoulders.
Yeah, I'm
Nope,
like-
that's awkward. Arms? No. I don't know.
You know what? I'll just put my arms back here.
I'll just, yeah. That'll work.
Oh, he becomes self-conscious. If he puts his hand back, it means his pelvis is going to be up forward. No, that can't do that either.
Exactly.
What am I
I just
doing?
wrap my,
You know what?
I'll wrap
Just,
myself
you
around
just-
her waist and I'll just hold my
All
arm.
right, myself. Okay, that's a save.
Oh wait, no.
There you go.
Tobiashi like makes some silk, puts it around himself, and then just throws himself off the steed. And just gets dragged the whole way. Just like this
Yeah,
is
I'm more comfortable with this. Yeah.
Work.
Alright, so you fiddle a bit with this concept of where do I grab? What do I do? How do I do this? And she says, have you ever rode a horse before?
No.
Maybe you should summon a little bit more silk in your
Okay.
butt and between your legs.
All right, we'll do. I'll do that. My underwear are just like extra silky now.
Oh.
Yeah. Careful, Toby. I've heard that sometimes riding an animal, your hymen can break. I'm sure that's a concern for you.
Wait a minute.
That, Remy.
Not the way.
Sachet has a moment where she... I thought... Never mind.
honestly, I think I feel like the surprising thing was just like he knows what a hymen is.
Things audience knows.
Yeah, he looked at medical atlases for educational purpose.
No, I actually don't think I did. I think I've literally just heard that crew joke told by soldiers to other soldiers when they were being pussies, and so I specifically know that phrase.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did spend a lot of time around Sailor for an entire year. So
I specifically know that insult. I don't know if I actually know the anatomy at all.
All right, let's get going.
All right, so, well, with the exception of Fisher, who is just alone inside of this space, hoping that
Poor Fisher.
that once again the door will open, because did you ever watch the cartoon Invader Zim?
Yes.
Well, I'm asking Fisher.
No,
right.
I've heard of it.
So at the beginning, the introduction, the way that it ends, Zim gets shown where he needs to go to invade, and his robot decides to sing the Doom song all the way to Earth. Yeah, you hear the robot go doom 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 doom, and you see the thing. You see this little writing on the screen say 6 months later. Doom 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 doom.
Great show.
So this is probably how Fisher feels right now. When the camera pans to Zim, he looks like he's just finished a fit of convulsion. He's just there. They promised us so many times that there would be another season, and they never delivered on it.
They got a
Just
movie
made
instead.
movie. Yeah, they made a movie instead.
That's not the same thing. All right, so the ride is windy, because 10 miles an hour without any protection, that's fast. The horse starts, and you just, have a little moment of when the horse just starts running. You even have a moment where, damn, that's fast. Bug. Oh, jeez, it went all the way in. You see, you see the intersection arriving so fast, and I think it's where did it go? All right, I hope we took the right play, the right turn. After 40 minutes, the horse starts slowing down, and then Remy recognizes that, okay, it's time to recast this. So you have a 20 minutes of, wow, that's fast. All right. So Jorg gets a moment where he can morph out, but since you only have two transformation, each one of 4 hours, maybe you just want to stay a mouse for 20 minutes while this goes back on. The question is, do you want to inform Fisher that there is a break right now, or do you just want to leave him there?
I'd like to inform.
Well, audience is the one that has the crystal, so. Audience?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, what?
Did you open the storage?
Yes,
that
I
Fisher
do
know?
open the crystal.
Just yeah.
Yes. I opened the crystal.
So Fisher, after 40 minutes, you have this moment of anticipation where you notice that there's a in the door and goes.
I come out and I'm gonna be like, "What's wrong? What happened?"
We're casting horses.
Oh, okay. I thought.
We're giving you a second of fresh air.
It's a short
Thanks.
break.
Crystal air.
We're giving you
Charter.
some time to like, I don't know if you had a timer with like Terranad going, but we're resetting it
We
for
were
you.
playing Dragon Chess.
Okay.
Playing dragon chess.
Were you winning?
Was I winning?
Terranet knows his every move.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how you want to share this, but you probably hear Terranat going from inside of you. What does he think? I'm a superior intellect. You're the brawn.
He's gotten more attitude since he's gone on this island, or is this? I feel like
Fisher, answer my question. Were you winning?
I'm gonna do a quick
persuasion check.
roll off. No, I was getting my ass handed to me. As I rolled a 6 and Terranad rolled a nat 20.
Okay. What do you tell me?
No.
No?
I have no reason to.
You got this. I believe in you. You'll get him on the next 40.
Mm-hmm.
Matches or minutes? Yes.
Zzz.
Yes.
All right, the break lasts for 20 minutes. 2 steeds are summoned again, and once again, you ride off in the distance. Let's see. Let's see. Does anything interesting happens around here? Not a lot of chances.
The other island sinks into the ocean.
Oh no, the spire is
It's
crumbling.
like, good thing we left that place.
Oh, God. Thank you. Yeah.
Wait, Karn, no!
Oh, well.
God, no.
That's why he was
Who do
there.
you think made the island sink?
So,
He's like, that was my job, guys, right?
that's what it was supposed to
If
do.
the island is not there, we do not need confirmation from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what he was thinking. So it's good. Succeeded.
All of a sudden, we're missing the bomb from our inventory.
I don't think the bomb is that powerful.
Well, you see, the bomb was used on the series of balloons that were keeping the
No,
island afloat.
I see.
There was a huge floater.
Technically, if you set an explosive at the exact right place on the tectonic plates, I don't know if this thing has tectonic plates.
Tectonic plate.
Judging from the story of the shattered continent, not on any islands you've seen.
Yeah, I don't think we can I don't think we can shift the tectonic plates. So like,
All right, so
Also, this isn't a Superman plot.
I wonder who's going to be Superman.
my
now.
Superman. Okay.
All right, so time goes on. You have this second break and third break. As Remy feels like, okay, this is the last time. His horse are slowing down. You see a cart in the distance. It's slowly making its way in the same direction you're going. The question is, do you stop? Do you talk to them? Do you just zip by?
The zombies are coming. Sorry.
I mean, I assume we just zip
Holding the
by.
hooded lantern.
Do we have a reason to stop?
I don't know. I'm just saying, in the way there is a cart with people in it, and they're moving in the same direction as you. Do you
I
want to
would just
stop
zip.
and interact, or do you want to keep moving?
I
So
want
we
to
keep moving.
I feel like we don't need, like, last time we saw a card, it turned into a whole thing. I don't need another whole thing going on right now.
All right.
They just see like one horse speeding by and then a tiger
Oh my
running by.
Audience just trying to look really cool on the back as he goes by.
He flexes as they go by, so you see the shirt ripping with muscles bulging.
Audience tries to chuck some. No, he doesn't actually, because I don't want. I was gonna say I was trying to chuck some beet juice cards at them, but she doesn't.
Yeah, I just throw a beet juice card in the back while we pass by.
Do they see the mouse writing on the back on the On the Tiger too.
10 miles an hour. I feel like you're gripping someone's hood like this. Well,
You know, you're probably in one of Raimi's coat pockets.
yeah. So you're just peering from the pocket, looking this. All right, so you see
Don't eat
this
my cheese.
cart zipping by. 10 miles an hour is not that fast. Most cars go faster than this, but
Yeah.
you have time to see that. All right, it looks like there were two people riding in front of the cart, two horses. The cart seemed to have stuff in it. You weren't able to exactly figure out what was inside, but you saw a few barrels, a few bags. But you leave them behind. You have this just moment of looking behind you, see them go smaller, and have this face of, what the? But as you arrive to this small point on the railroad, a few hours before, maybe an hour before, sun suddenly starts giving a little bit of light, which now you sort of have this moment of, that's weird. Usually no one travels on the road during the night. But hey, now they're 10 miles away, so maybe you dodged a bullet. Maybe you were meant to help them and you didn't. We'll never know. So, as you arrive to those gates. And, well, of course, there is the question of, maybe it's, should you enter this point on those horses?
Oh,
No.
fuck no.
No. The answer to that is just no.
As the two horses
I
go by,
Should probably not be a mouse.
move roughly at the same speed. Should we get off the horse before it arrives? Yes. Okay.
Well, I mean, like, even if we just, like, ignore the fact that one of them is a tiger, you know, just the fact that, you know, if we went in and it happened to be, like, around the time when it would fade, people would see that the horses fade, and they would ask questions.
Also, I want to let Fisher out of this thing.
Alright.
Also that.
Tobiyashi, make a constitution saving throw for me, please. This was the first time that you rode a horse, and you rode a horse going 10 miles an hour. You might have a really
Toby,
nasty...
did your hymen break?
Well, I was rolling to see if he
Let me
was
check.
aching between his leg, but...
I mean, it's basically the same question.
One's a little more insulting, but yes.
You said a constitution?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
That's-
that's insulting.
7.
7. So, as...
Wait,
Oh...
you see, like, we call it rug burn.
So as you arrive, you have this moment of, we're finally there? Can you can you help me get down? I can't walk.
Even in this game, Tobiyashi tosses his cookies.
I think
Aw.
I'm nuts.
Okay, Toby, I've seen this before. Most girls like to spread their legs real wide and kind of like hobble. It helps.
I want to say it's
Guys,
discriminating for today it is, but not for the Middle Ages. Women did not ride a horse all that much, so it's historically accurate.
Well, I was referring to another activity, but
Okay.
yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
I'd say
I jump off.
Look, Sam and I are going back and forth between different innuendos. You gotta keep up.
Yeah.
I jump off. I'm like, guys, something's wrong. I'm missing a nut.
I know it feels like this, but don't worry, it's still there.
I can double check for you.
She immediately turns
Oh.
around when you say this.
I'm a mouse. You can't hear me.
Well, how did you say it then?
Those were
You
sexual
guys-
squeaky.
All right. So
How would you know?
You know, I'm starting to think that this party isn't particularly hetero.
oh, and so far it's really starting to feel like we have 4 bisexual characters.
That's fine with me.
You know, if it's your thing, then good on you. Like I said when we began this, I'm not gonna force any of this on you. All right. So with Tobiyashi adopting the cowboy way of walking, as he's doing his best to walk inside of this point without his testicle rubbing on any of the silk. Yeah, some around it.
Now that I'm wearing clothes, I could just dismember.
Sorry, we got to get this boy new clothes.
Well, I made myself clothes. I look fine. I look damper.
No, absolutely. So if you fall
Yeah,
unconscious,
until you have to dismiss your silk.
yeah. Since
What? I sewed them together.
I need to get you some Vaseline and baby powder.
Since you can't make your silk permanent yet, if you fall unconscious, you do know you're gonna find yourself on underwear. So,
I still have
unless
my
your
fine
underwear,
clothes.
unless your underwear is made of silk too.
well, then it's gonna
No,
just
yeah,
get awkward.
my underwear are made of silk.
All right, so you arrive in this point right before dawn. Of course, you find yourself in front of 2 Mill-E's looking at you without emotions, just saying,
Okay.
"State your business in this point."
To catch a train.
Ice.
Get him some ice and then catch a train.
There's snow everywhere.
Are
Just
you
sit on the
injured,
ground.
sir? Are you injured?
Not bad. No, I just rode a horse for the first time. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
They don't know we have.
Wait, I just had too much intercourse.
That's better.
That's definitely better.
You know, the message
I don't
might
think,
get.
I'm just looking at him like I don't think you guys would understand.
Well, unfortunately, they do know a large. They have a large data bank of vocabulary. So, you know, I just had too much intercourse, and the phrase before that was, I just rode a horse. They're going to make the connection. Not the one you want to make, but...
Wait.
No, there's no going back. No, you guys are lying. You're sticking to it.
We're going with it.
We are not here to judge you for your lifestyle.
They're robots. They don't
Have
care.
No, actually, they don't. That's very true. Right. Maybe you should get this checked. Report to the process. It feels like you need more help than this point can provide.
Okay. All right.
Do you need help to get to the inn?
No, I'll be fine. I can still walk.
All right, move along then.
Alright. When's the next train?
Since it's morning, next train is probably going to be in a few hours.
Alright. Let's go hang out at the railway station like loiterers for the next few hours.
Alright. You all get in. Everyone looks at Tobiyashi weird. He's walking with his legs spread really wide. No, I'm not going to be mean about this.
I will.
Yes, I know.
The word of mouth goes through everybody.
All right, so you usually make your way to the station. There, you feel there's a little bit of excitement. There's a little bit of a commotion, not bad commotion. Just a lot of people are talking. Um, as you get in line to buy your ticket, of course, there's someone there looking at everyone. Or how do you plan on passing the guard to enter the station?
Just normally.
Normally? Alright.
You have your cloak on, or are we just going?
I'll have my cloak up. Because technically, I was seen as a dragonborn on top of the train, so if there is anything, I don't think a guy with a cloak up would be suspicious.
Alright.
I
So,
wonder if they'll know us for protecting the train.
I mean, as I said, I don't think there would be anything against us specifically on the train.
well, now it's the guards. And the guards are Mill-Ease, so they don't necessarily care. However, this is high Sal, so security is very much reinforced compared to low Sal. When you arrive to the station, they look at all of you very intently, one after the other. So, first, who's first in line? Let's see in which order this happens.
I'll be first.
Oh, you'll be first. All right. So, of course, do you want anyone to interfere and try to hide your face with illusions?
Yes.
Alright.
I would want Sasha to do that, because again, I was seen as a dragonborn.
All right.
And I assume this backwater station does not have anti-spell stuff going on.
All right. So as you arrive, you see this mill. He looks tattered, in need of maintenance. He has very brusque. A brusque. Why can't I say it? A brusque. He moves in short bursts,
Okay.
as if something was maybe broken inside of him, and he just tries to look at you for a moment, evaluates. Shay, mask your face. He pulls the hood down. He pulls it a bit hard, but feel like it's part of its needing maintenance.
Jerkiness.
Yeah, so you have this little moment of. He looks at you, has this very bird-like motion of. Move along.
Okay, I'll move along. I assume Sashay would be probably Dex, because she would have been masking me.
He looks at her again, very abruptly, not gentle in any way. He even grabs her hand, which is still recovering from all of the injuries, and you see her just go. She doesn't say anything out loud, and he evaluates her arm. You should get this fixed. I will. Let it go, please. He lets it go. Who's next?
I'll go next. Am I feeling good now? All right. Well, it has been hours.
yeah, it's been hours. It still feels a little sensitive, but your walk has mostly went back to normal. As a matter of fact, as you're walking, it feels like, it's weird. It feels like your balls are rubbery.
A bit more bouncy than I remember. All right. I woke up.
You feel your hymen jump inside of you.
Oh, goodness. Looks at you. All right, well, I think it's obvious that this one is in serious need of repair. This is unfortunately what happens sometime in those point, and when the dungeon master rolls a natural one. So he looks at you for a moment, evaluates you. You look injured, sir. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I feel good. Are you okay?
Fisher, what's the language that you have right now?
I believe I have construct. Let me double check. Yes, construct.
Right. Well, Tobiyashi, you can't understand when he answers. It's a weird answer, jumbled noise. But Fisher, you do understand what he answers, and what he answers is, operational efficiency at 12%. He is on the verge of collapsing.
You'd know he'd be easy to take out.
It translates to this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so, can I get on?
Move along, sir.
Okay,
Construct
get
low
on.
on battery, construct low on battery, construct low on battery.
We're gonna do a full body cavity search.
No.
Alright.
Where's the horse now? This.
Who's who's next?
I can go next.
All right.
I'm not a mouse anymore.
Good.
He's just walking up as a mouse.
On 2 legs.
Howdy you, sir.
You see the mouse just go.
Tail. It's an American tail. He just goes under. Just a little train under the train that's like hooked up with a bunch of mice in it.
There's a little compartment.
Oh wait, no. Oh no, hold on. It's like no, you're actually like a like a white mouse in a little suit with a little suitcase. It's just like, hi, my name's Stuart.
That was exactly what I was picturing when I made that.
Oh, goodness. All right, so he greets you with the same brusque movement. You are carrying
I have a permit.
Please
What
produce
is he
permit.
That was a lie. What am I carrying?
What is he carrying?
You are carrying restricted herbs. State
Really?
reasons.
Medicinal?
In the medical card.
Which ones are restricted? I'll hand them over.
All of them.
Any herbs that would help you make enhanced concoction, he will take. You'd only be left with those of the baseline.
Well,
You can try and convince him.
I don't know why you need these, or what. Why are they restricted?
These herbs have been restricted by the Spire for their use in arcane concoctions.
Can I leave them outside the city?
You can leave them with me. They will be disposed of.
Ugh.
Just gaslight him. What herbs are you talking about? I don't have herbs on me.
Uh-huh.
I need these for my glaucoma.
Mm-hmm. They're important for
12%.
my health, though. I have a disease.
State,
I was born with it.
state the disease.
It's like it's irritable bowel syndrome.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
You won't need them in the process.
Fine. I'll hand over my herb. I'll dump my herb pouches out at his feet.
Thank you, sir.
And can I go?
Move along.
All right, I'll walk.
Slide a hand the herb.
Uh-huh. Or can my dog sleight of hand?
You didn't say you had it out.
I don't have it out.
Damn.
Well, if you don't have it out, no, you can't slide up them down.
That is a bit of a requirement.
Yeah. All right, who's next? Well, we only have
I'll go
Fisher and
next.
Remy, so. So who's next? Fisher or Remy?
I'll go. Yeah.
When you arrive, there was a moment of
Incidentally,
yeah.
sorry, I want to be able to say, while that Lily is like processing like a Fisher,
Yeah.
Raimi is going to attempt to like just casually mage hand the bags away from the Millie since they were just placed at his feet.
All right. Slide of hand.
Because like I feel like Raimi like would have easily picked up on the fact that this guy, it doesn't seem to be all there.
He seems to be in very poor shape.
All right, that's 26.
26. All right. As he's busy with Fisher, when he sees Fisher arriving, it's, Sir, an arbalist is already present on the train. You can wait for the next train.
I'm going on this one.
Stay.
I'm retired.
Move along.
I'm retired.
Thanks.
I'm not kidding. If you could see the dice, there's natural 1, 2, and 3. So,
I mean, he is getting better.
yeah. If you keep at it.
What about that 401k though, Fisher? You got that hooked up? Like, what's that looking like?
He's getting like a golden watch.
Nah, they just gave me a really shitty plaque that was like, thanks for your 200 years of service.
All right. Well,
You should think about retirement too soon, buddy.
you look worn out, man. You really need to.
I think you need to take a few years off.
All right.
And
So-
Jorg, like your robes suddenly feel heavier for some reason.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh no, my IBS.
I thought about the same thing. You know, maybe you had a crystal inside of you. You didn't know.
Yeah, those just grow inside of people.
All right. So, Remy, when you arrive, how do you present yourself to this machine that seems to be mimicking your movements from time to time?
You know what? Maybe like Raimi is actually going to like stretch a bit if they're like literally mimicking his movements, and he's actually going to like stretch a bit more than he believes that the lily can actually stretch itself.
No, he has this.
I don't know what kind of roll that would be, or if that takes a roll at all, but
Well, actually, no. I was mostly referring to the head movement, but yeah, he has.
oh, okay. I thought you like were just like literally like imitating him.
No, not
Just
everything
like,
you're
okay, let's see how
doing.
far we can take this.
Not everything you're doing, but if you are stretching your hands, he probably has a moment of, sir, unexpected behavior from unexpected species. State, destination, and purpose.
It's yeah, I guess he's like going back with the moody teenager response of just like, I'm going where the wind takes me, man. I'm not appreciated back home.
Alright, well, my dice really likes you right now because we went from 3 to 2 again, so. He looks at you for a moment and there is this unexpected answer. Answer is adequate for avian life form. Move along.
Raimi, this was like Raimi was like, you know, like move us like stops, lets it go, and continues walking.
You know, it's insulting, but I want it to pass, so. Alright, so you see this unit holding up the line because everyone that tries to go through him has to go through this awkward inspection and weird questions, and you get the feeling that, oh wow, either people are not receiving the necessary resource to handle things here, or maybe something happened at this point not too long ago. It's either of those possibilities.
Running on Windows 98.
Yeah, you know, anything that works on Windows, you can't put too much faith in it. So, I'm sorry, Windows user. No, I mean, I'm sorry you're using Windows. I mean, all right, so you get in. A bit surprised that you managed to get in so easily. But make your way inside the train and you find a booth. Just before entering, however, a lot of people also walking. You're getting near the most important city in this island, so a lot of people walking in. Audience, you feel someone tugging on your pants. Not to rip them off, but just draw your attention.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's bold.
Bold. Yeah. Well, what do I see?
You see a small child.
Okay.
It's a little girl, and she looks at you, and she holds up her arms like this.
I look around to see if I see her parents.
Well, you see someone looking at her. A woman.
Kind of like point to her, like, is this yours? Like,
She looks at you for a moment, and You recognize? No, maybe you don't. Passive perception is not. Passive insight is not your best trait.
Unless an audience was told not to just pick up random children without first getting permission from their guardian.
The mother looks at you for a moment, and you see there is a visible point of maybe a little deception in her eyes. As she goes for a child, for a little girl, and says, I think you're disturbing the man. Sorry, mister. She just wanted to thank you. She keeps saying that she's sure that you're the person who saved her grandfather on the train earlier today. Well, last night. I'm very sorry. It's just a small mistake. Come on, dear.
Okay, no problem.
The child looks slightly sad.
I'll give the child a thumbs up as she's carried away, but one that the mom can't see.
Give her a Beet Juice Farm card.
I do not do that. I will give her a thumbs up, though. She gets a thumbs up.
You know,
It's acknowledgement.
the mother rolls a 2 for perception, and she rolls an 18 for the girl rolls an 18 for seeing you. So the mother doesn't see anything. She just turns around and starts moving away, and feel like it's a little abrupt. You know, she's not completely following the pace, but she turns around just in time to see you give a gentle thumbs up, and you see her face lights up as she's being dragged away by her mother.
Okay.
So, you get inside the booth, you close the door, and I think this is a good place to end today's stream, because I think Fisher
Yep.
wants to go to sleep.
It is
And
too.
then-
Yeah. So I woke
And then
up.
as the train goes
I had to
by,
get up early this morning, so I had to take my meds earlier
That's okay.
than usual. So
That's
they
fine.
ran out half an hour ago.
It's okay.
I am also tired.
No, it's okay.
in the middle of the train, suddenly there's another explosion. And it's just like,
No!
Somewhere out there.
if love can see us through.
All right. So
Those are the mouse on the bottom of the train.
yeah. They all
Hopefully
carried
this will
bombs.
be a quiet train ride.
Just like Wanted, they all had bombs striped to them. Alright, so I think this is a good place to end today's episode, because I feel like Fisher wants to go to sleep really badly. Sorry for making you wait this long. I noticed something 10 minutes ago that, okay, now that looks like someone who really wants to go to sleep now.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna finish the scene and let's go. Alright, so end of the episode, which means a little bit of a campfire crickets and yeah. Alright, good music. Alright, so thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. Valenvi, as always, a pleasure to have you in our chat. Come on, bring people. Have them talk with you. For you. I don't know. Get some friends in. It's going to feel less lonely.
Imagine having friends. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird concept. I've heard about it. I'm just repeating things that were said to me. Not like I have any. So. Alright, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you had a pleasant evening, night, morning, whenever it is where you're watching this. Maybe you're watching this from orbit, so no time zone at all.
For every time zone.
Yeah, whatever it was, we hope you had a pleasant that. And we hope we'll see you again next Wednesday or next Friday if you're watching this on rebroadcast. And as always, if this is a rebroadcast, we go to raid someone if we have 3 or more raiders. I really mean it, people from Friday. 3 of you and we raid someone. It's been, I think, a month and a half since we had 3 raiders on Friday. Come on. Please. We have 4 channels now we can actually raid. 5 if you include Tobiyashi, if we don't have any enough raiders. And if he's there. So, come on. Let's try and raid someone. But other than that, yeah. Thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the show, you can support the stream by following us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can support also the stream by making a donation. Very much appreciated. Becoming a Patreon. Subscribing on Twitch. And if you can't do any of those, you're looking for a free way of helping us, spreading the word, leaving a like, leaving a comment on YouTube. Yeah, you can even leave a comment on Twitter if you want. Or just leave a comment to your best friend saying, hey, come check this out. Yeah, can't do any of those. Just spreading the word about this channel helps tremendously. And that is it for tonight. So as always, see you next Wednesday or next Friday, and good night. Why am I all... Stay safe
My
and
eyes
stay
are
healthy.
burning.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.